Speaking of gospel, new pope. There's a brand new pope. How crazy is it that he's American? I didn't see a single person put him up in, I don't think he was even in the top 5 most likely candidates in anything that I read.
All those TikToks.
American pope. But of course, there's an American pope. Trump must be so pleased, you know. J.D. Vance goes in, kills the previous pope. They install an American one. America would be absolutely stoked. Did America need another win? I don't think so.
They must have had a word.
They all would have known that the Pope was going to die, so they all probably would be on the phone. There's probably a pre-conclave on the phone, being like, I think this guy should be Pope. Will you support me? Yes, yeah, whatever. There'd be a bunch of that going on, and there'd be heaps of, because you need to pick the least sinful bloke who definitely has no skeletons in the closet or boyfriends either, or older boys, right? And you know what's so funny about it being an American pope? He's from Chicago, so this is almost certainly the first pope who has definitely listened to Chief Keef. These bitches love salsa. He's heard that. If he lived in Chicago and he was like, 40, 50, he's heard that song. That's crazy. There's photos of him at baseball games.
Yeah, did you see that tweet?
Yeah, he just looks like everyone's dad at the baseball game. That's weird.
But did you see how it's from 2005 and the quote retweet I saw was like, how the fuck did you find this?
Yeah.
Who has that and it's because he's on the screen for a second. Like, who had that archived?
Well, I guess it would just be like some like super Catholic who was just like, okay, I know he lived here. I know he's a fan of the what is it, the Boston White Sox? Something like that, the White Sox, the Sox, whatever. I know he's a fan. I'm going to go through from 2005 to 2007 when he lived in this city, every single crowd shot, and look for my beloved Pope.
He's like one of those photographers that follows celebrities.
Yeah.
A paparazzi.
Nice. Paparazzi. That's great. There is something very, very, it breaks the mystique a little bit when you, like, the more modern the world gets and the more phones there are, like, not the next Pope, but in 3 popes, we will probably get to watch their early Instagram stories and Snapchats to friends.
A pope that can speak perfect English really kind of like ruins the mystique a little bit.
Well, he did not do his address in English. He did it in Italian, I think.
That helps.
Yeah.
Back on.
And I think that was very intentional. Because, yeah, you can't be like the first American pope and be like, what's up, y'all? Hey, guys. How's it going? God bless. That really ruins the mystique of it. He can't reveal the American accent for a little bit. He's got to slowly bring that out. Because if you look at all of the popes and where they've been from, like, they've just been Italian for hundreds of years. And only very recently did they deviate from that. But even then, they all spoke like Italian or Latin in a lot of their addresses. So now we've got American Pope, baseball fan Pope, Chief Keef head Pope. That's so funny. I looked into him. He's apparently pretty progressive, but a step back on the gay shit from the previous Pope, who blessed gay marriages with a technicality, which is God loves a loophole. You can technically outsmart God. They were like, would you bless a gay wedding? And he'd go, well, I'm not allowed to bless a gay wedding, but I could bless each gay man individually at the same time during the wedding. Everyone, no matter how sinful they are or live, deserves to be blessed by God. So I can bless each man individually on the same day while they're getting married. That's fine. Nice little godly loophole there.
Yep.
I wonder how this affects the world. That's a big deal. American Pope.
Did White Sox merch Like, did they see? They
Mm.
would have had a big day.
I saw that already that my mate Mark Gagnon, comedian in New York, he's Catholic, and he did a merch drop with like the Pope and the White Sox or whatever the team is. I bet that he's gonna just print money selling them to like Catholic baseball fans in America. There would not have been. I would have loved to go to a Catholic church in Chicago when the white smoke came out. It would have been pandemonium.
We did baseball merch before it was cool.
We did. We were ahead of the fucking wave on baseball merch. We called that shit. That was the big swing, the annual Patreon pin, which are we still sending those out if you sign up annually?
Yes.
Well, there you go. If you become an annual member of the Patreon, you get a exclusive Patreon only big swing pin.
And despite the Hilton location, we're pretty poor.
Yes. In fact, the Hilton location could have something to do with that.
They almost didn't let us in.
Yeah, they took one look at us and were like, you don't look like our regular clientele.
And for some reason, we keep getting very fancy Ubers, and we've had at least two with the handles that are like recessed, and you kind of have to be in a different tax bracket to know how to open the door handle.
Yeah.
You kind of got to like push it in, and then like also, it's like a one-handed movement, but I don't have enough money to know how to open that.
Yeah, you know what I've never had before at a hotel is a valet. I've never in my life had that ever before. Like, only recently, like one of the first times I went to Sydney, I stayed in Airbnb that was a tiny bathroom-sized room that the Airbnb owner had like made himself a rickety construction of 6 beds stacked on top of each other. But it was so small that like even if you were 5'3", you could not lay straight on those beds. It's like he chopped mattresses in half, stacked them on top of each other using this weird construction. And that's how I slept, terribly. Now I'm at the Hilton.
Well,
they help you load your bags into the car. I didn't know they do that. We had all our bags and the merch and stuff. The Uber pulls up. This gentleman in a suit comes up and goes, "Hello, boys." I thought he was trying to rob me. He just goes to take my bag. I'm like, what the oh, okay, you're going to do that for me. Great.
Here's 23 kilos for you to lift into a car that I really don't want to watch you do.
Yeah.
But they're always so insistent. I'm like, no, dude, don't pick that up. It's so fucking unreasonably heavy.
Yeah. Hopefully lighter on the way back. Get rid of some of these shirts.
I'm curious to see what the weight is now. It's been good. Everyone's been buying stuff. It's been very nice.
I've been watching the new Grand Theft Auto game kind of get slowly rolled out. I cannot believe how good it looks, how realistic it looks. I'm at the point now where looking at the gameplay trailer they dropped, because I thought it was a cinematic, but it's all in-game assets. And have you watched it?
No, not fully. I've seen like a bunch of it.
It's unbelievable, dude. And I didn't realize this. It's coming out on just the base PS5 and Xbox. I thought that it would, because they delayed it a year, I thought, oh, they must be waiting for the next gen of consoles. But I think with these tariffs, like if I'm Sony and Microsoft, I'm probably going to hold back on releasing it. Because look at what happened to Switch 2. They were like, they announced it, the tariffs came out, they were like, okay, it's way more expensive now.
Well, they were like, they didn't release, or at least...
Oh, yeah, that's right, they are delaying it.
They were like, oh, we're just going to...
They said, we're gonna wait. We don't know we have no idea what it's going to cost. Which is not good. Because them, Nintendo being like, Nintendo won't even say like, because you could probably do the math and be like, this is what it costs now. But I think Nintendo know that Trump's going to fucking mess with the tariffs. So they're like, we're just not announcing a price until they figure their shit out. And if you're upset at us, blame the bloke up top.
Yeah, Reggie's on the phone to Trump.
Yeah.
Trump's like, I love Donkey Kong.
I love Donkey Kong. But the Grand Theft Auto game, I don't know how they've done that. It looks like Wizards have made graphics so good, but somehow also able to run on current gen Xbox and PlayStation 5. Not even the PlayStation PS Pro or whatever the fuck.
Was GTA 5 on PS4 as well? Was this a similar situation to last GTA? Or
Oh, maybe. I
think
can't remember. It must be. That game's been out for so long now.
Yeah.
That's why when Grand Theft Auto 6 was like, oh, they're going to charge $130 or whatever, or $100, whatever they're going to charge. I think it would be like $130 for Australians. I was like, if any game studio has earned the right to charge $100, it is Rockstar. That's totally fine. I'm absolutely okay with paying that much money for a video game made by them. Unfortunately, them doing that is going to make EA and Ubisoft and all the other game companies being like, oh, that's just what games cost now. Great. Here's slop that doesn't play well and is shit for $90, you know? But it's not $100, it's $90.
I do think it's odd, like, I see a lot of, and you get this across anything with a subscription basically, like,
Yeah.
particularly, I play a lot of old school RuneScape, and dude, the amount of people that complain about $12 a month, and it's like, brother, you're playing this game for like 40, 50 hours a month.
Yeah.
You break it down, like you've literally paid
The value for money
one
is...
and a half iced lattes
Yeah.
a month for that entertainment. It's like, dude, this is cheap, the cheapest thing you'll buy. Like,
Yeah, that you get the most amount of value from. I mean, the only other like monthly fee type thing that you can get even more value out of is the Lewis Spears Patreon. But yeah, like I play World of Warcraft, I got to pay a fee for that. I love it.
and expansions,
Yeah.
microtransactions. I see a lot of people draw like the parallel between like, oh, WoW is this, and they let you play multiple accounts at once. Where like RuneScape, you need a subscription per account, but it's like, yeah, WoW also has expansions that make you buy.
Yes.
And
Yes. World of Warcraft is a little bit different because, yeah, they do sting you and they're always constantly being like, oh, check out this new mount and new pet.
But
And
not nearly as egregious as, there's no pay to win, it's all cosmetic.
that's true.
So,
yeah. As far as my knowledge, they've never done anything that affects actual gameplay or gives you an advantage.
You could buy like I don't know, like to get level 65.
Oh, yeah, you can buy like a level boost to
Level
skip
65.
skip the leveling experience. Yeah. Well, they went all the way up to 120.
They went back, right?
And then they did like a big numbers crunch and squished it all down and made all the numbers way smaller because people were doing like millions of damage with attacks and stuff. It was inflation. It got out of hand. So they squished it all down. And now I think the top level is 70 again, maybe.
That's what like people love to rag on RuneScape, but dude, that game has been around for fucking like 15 years.
Yeah.
And like and old school now has been around for like 10 years after they brought it back. And no microtransactions.
Yeah.
There's no other thing, and people complain so much, and they don't realize how good they've got it compared to just how much fucking.
Yeah, compared to just about every other video game,
that
yeah.
wants you to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, even something like League of Legends, it's like, dude, what they've done to like how the microtransactions work in that game now is like so messed up. Because it used to be just, buy a skin.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is how much it costs. Now, you got essentially gambling in the game, like with.
Really? What do they do?
It's like you. It's changed a bit now, but I know when I played like Teamfight Tactics, which is like you play it through the League games, like chess, auto battler, like you would buy eggs and you get little legends, and it's like random and chance, and then there's like the more you buy, you kind of like I don't know, get like gems that you can. I don't know. It's like.
I hate all that fucking in-game currency that you got to convert to real-world money. They just made that illegal in the EU. Thank fuck.
I think France was like the first one to do that, where it's like,
you have to display the actual dollar cost.
And you can't have like loot boxes and stuff. And it's like,
good.
It's gambling.
Yeah, it's undeniably gambling. The loot box shit is like so bad.
I'm even dirty on like the cinemas. only recently in there, like they changed the like kids combo thing, and you know now you've got the mystery toy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, even McDonald's, I feel like you could ask for a specific toy, and if they had it, they'd give it to you.
Yes.
And it wasn't so blind baggy where it was like.
I think though, like with the Happy Meal toys, they just didn't give. They probably just had a giant cardboard box. They're all in there. You put whatever in.
I feel like sometimes they wouldn't have all of them at once, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you might only be able to get.
So they can't put on the poster. You can pick whatever you want because then they'll run out of whatever. Because I remember, I think it was McDonald's or maybe it was Red Rooster or I can't remember what it was, but it was the Simpsons couch with all the Simpsons characters, and we got the couch and we got most of the things, and we were just waiting on a Homer. And we would get every Friday. Dad would take us through and get a Happy Meal or whatever it was, and we never got a Homer, and we kept asking them, "Do you guys have a Homer? We want Homer," and we never got Homer. Yes,
that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
That. Lost memory. But yeah, because I feel like they don't. Yeah, and it's probably to avoid this exact scenario. But the amount of times you go on Facebook Marketplace and you see before the promo comes out, like 1-2 weeks, and it's just someone selling a box. Thing. But usually it's like, now I feel like they kind of release it in stages almost.
Yeah.
Keep you coming back. But yeah, I just feel like you can't do blind bags in a kid's meal, dude. So
nah.
Like the cinemas is already expensive.
Oh, it's like an actual bag, and you get a mystery toy. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah.
Them all, like, you know
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't like that.
Like you already spend so much money. If you're a family taking kids there.
Yeah.
It just feels like a really slimy business practice to psychologically get these kids into gambling and to nagging their parents like, oh, like.
Yeah, it's very, very yucky. Yeah. But it works. Like obviously, like I was saying, I was talking to someone about. I get offered like regularly thousands of dollars to do Instagram stories for gambling websites, thousands of dollars, and I've got it's a fairly sizable platform, but. Like 80,000 followers on Instagram is on the grand scheme of things, fuck all. But they're trying to give me thousands of dollars for Instagram stories, and I could do two of those a week, and just stack up heaps of money. But it's just very evil. Why don't we do blind bags at the shows?
I was thinking this.
What would we put in our blind bag?
Every order?
Yeah.
Over the next month?
Yeah, that's good.
What's going to make people the most desperate to spend all their money?
Yeah, what makes people feel bad if they don't have all of and what we do real sneaky. So we have like a collection of 3 we'll do 3 little minifigures, right? And 2 of them we get 1,000 done up. And, we get 400 of one, 400 of the other, and then 100 or 200 of the third one, right? And so that just incentivizes people to keep buying the blind bags so that they can maybe get the least likely one.
And we keep the last model in the set just for us. We don't put that in any orders.
Yeah.
Then we create...
We lie and say that they're out there.
We go to Facebook.
Yeah.
We create a buy, swap, sell.
That's good.
For the Lewis minifigures.
Yeah.
And we run a little extortion racket there.
That's great.
It's the only person that can sell people.
Yeah, that's really good.
Set, and we charge an arm and a leg.
That's amazing.
All right, edit this out.
Yeah, this is a great business idea. We got to remove it before they realize our devious plan.